Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and it is morning and I am up with the birds and my son is off to work and now my day is mine. Well, anyhow, I came out here today with my doll here so I can do a lot of this sanding outside because there's still quite a bit here I have to do. But I want to talk about the differences of composition, different grades of composition. As I've been doing these dolls, I've noticed differences between the bodies, the structure, how my knife slides in between the composition and the paint. One of the things I notice as I slide my knife in, sometimes it just wants to go right into the composition, and I'm like, why in some dolls that never happens and other dolls it does? Well, I just want you to take a look. I hope it shows up in the light here. I'm sanding this arm right now. You can see the difference just in the coloring of the arms. It just has that, this is darker and this one's lighter. And this is more pitty, where this one is not so pitty. That's what I found. My knife was sliding, wants to slide into this composition so much. And on here, it just doesn't want to. It just seems to be firmer. And that could be because there's more glue. Maybe it's set better. Who knows what the reasoning why this happens. I also noticed there seems to be a difference in the structure of the arm, that this might have been a different mold, maybe a different factory that made these. There might have been two different factories that made the Patsy dolls. Who knows? I don't know what they did. They say they had one factory for it, but I don't know. Maybe this was at the end and they ran out of glue. I don't know. But it's just something to see, something to understand and know. But there is a difference in color. And also, I can only tell you, even when you're taking paint off, how I can feel my knife, how it slides between the paint and the composition. You know, it's feeling my knife wanting to slide into right straight into the composition on this doll's arm. But, you know, that's why sanding with the Dremel helps out a lot more. And like I said, this is a little bit more rougher, and a little the composition is, than to this. This is more smoother. So that's what I notice. Now, as far as heads go, there's a slight difference, but they seem to have the same amount of glue and all that. Bodies are a little about the same. I don't see a whole lot when it comes body-wise, you know, like it seems to be pretty well, you know, the same, you know, structure there, you know. I see maybe a little darker on this one when it comes to glue than this one, but it's also got its darkness. Now, one thing I can say to you is that sometimes even on the inside you can see, well, you know what? This is even darker. I can't show it on camera, but it is a little darker on the inside than on this one. This one's lighter inside, so that could be maybe a reason why. Let's take a look at their heads. Yeah, there is a difference even in their heads. This one's darker inside. This one here. This one's lighter inside. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but it is darker in there for glue-wise. And then this one's lighter. It has a lighter effect to it. So there is a difference when the composition is made. Yeah, it's something how... That has a slot. Let's see if this one has that. Oh, yeah, it has the same thing. Okay. So just looking at those differences, you can tell that maybe they were just running out of glue. This is no glue day. But anyways, I still have some, I call this, when I still see some pink on it from the paint, flesh on the pink, on the body, I have to sit and just pick at it and get all that off. And I just have a day where I just pick. And that's all I do. I take my knife and I just sit and I just go around and go, you know, getting stuff off, you know, and I'll just sit and pick it off, you know. And, you know, sometimes I just take my Dremel and do it too. You know, there's little things you can do to help yourself along the way. You can't get it all. You sometimes have to let it go. But I do try to sand it down as much as I can and take a lot of it off. But like I see this on this body here, this little piece of paint there, and it's gone. You know, that's all it takes. I just call it picking at it, you know. But even around her nose, I need to pick a little bit too. I gotta pick her nose. Okay, everybody. You gotta get in there around those folds and facial folds, and you know, get that out of there, because it leaves a bump, you know. And so what I do is I just go around and just pick away, you know, and it works quite nice. There we go. Yeah, so lots going on. Always something with these dolls, you know. You always got to move around and figure it out, you know, what you want to do. But anyways, yeah, just up in her eye area here. And I'll just sit here, like, you know, on a nice day like today And this is what I do. Just pick away. And, whoop, lost my head. Lost my head. And you just pick around all these little areas where your Dremel just can't get into all the time. And if you do put your Dremel in there, you cause more damage than you do anything, you know. Sometimes, not always. So you just really want to pick away. But that's a picking day. But anyways, I wanted just to talk about the differences of the bodies. And you might notice that when you're restoring your doll, especially when you're doing multiples of the same doll, you might say, why is one so much darker than the other? And I really don't know what was going on manufacturing wise, but you will see it, and it does happen. And some compositions of the same doll can be more inferior than the other. So just something that you see, you know, and just of interest sake, you know, if you see that, don't let it worry or upset you, because there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way the doll was made. But anyways, I do have some thing I'm going to be starting. I don't want to give it away too much just yet, but my daughter and I are working on it right now. It came from an idea. You know, I was thinking about this. When the idea was given to me, it was something I was thinking about at the time, kind of, but it was Liz from All Things Fairy that pushed the idea further in my head, and she came up with a title and everything, unknowing to her that I was kind of little bit thinking about it. She was really thinking about it, and she pushed me forward in it. So Liz, I just want to tell you, an idea of yours, I've used several of yours already, but is going to be coming on my video here, and I'm excited about it. I'm just getting things put together. One thing came in the mail yesterday that my daughter bought, so that's intrigued me to even push further now. So it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be funny. It's going to be nice, you know. So stay tuned for that coming up. My daughter's working on music and things like that, and but yeah, I'm excited about it, and you know, things that we're going to be learning on my channel about dolls and everything too. So I think it's something exciting, you know, to just give, and it's going to be like a once a month, maybe twice a month type of thing, you know, just to kind of put a different spin on my channel a little bit there. So look forward to that coming up. But I don't want to give it away. If I keep talking about it, I'm going to just say it, you know, and I don't want to do that because I'm bad for that, you know. But anyways, I remember one time I was talking about Christmas gifts, and I just said, I was talking about what I was getting for brothers and for my daughter's brothers and everything, and I gave away what hers was at the same time. So you didn't hear that, you know. It just slipped right out of my mouth. So you know, it's so easy for me just to start talking about it. But anyways, I just want to say thank you for joining me. These dolls are always pushing my limits of knowledge, and figuring out things about them, you know, why they were the way they were. Maybe you don't even wonder that at all, but I think it's something to be brought up. It's worth talking about a little bit, just the difference in composition. You know, we see the differences of the doll when they're painted and everything, but we need to look underneath, and this is why I say I got a blank canvas here now, and I can talk to you about some of the things that you see when you strip a doll right down to the bare bones, and you can see how they were made and everything, and that's exciting. So what's my next step here with these dolls? Well, my next step now is to, after I get them, I'm almost done with getting paint, is putting fingers on. So I'm going to do a finger day coming up, where I'm just going to do fingertips and everything else, get these fingers looking a lot better than what they are. These fingers are fine. This one needs one, and this one, oh boy, they're the same finger. Oh, and this little finger needs to be made, just maybe made a little bit bigger. It looks kind of puny. You got a puny finger there, little baby finger. So these need to be brought up a little bit more. You know, they're just kind of rough on the end. They really got bashed. So we're going to build some little fingers up. And but the one thing I do want to do is get this done too. Is get this round circle done. So anyways, I'll get this done. So that's coming up too. So I just want to get the paint off of them. I'm just going to sit out here on my nice day, and I'm just going to strip these dolls down and get them done. And then I can move on to the next step. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope this was of interest to you. I didn't bore you too much. And but always stuff going on all the time, you know, and with these dolls. And finding time, you know, the best time for me is right now in the morning. I find that really helps me out a lot. So anyways, thank you for joining me. Lots more to come. And like I say, subscribe if you're passing by and you say, hey, I like that lady. She is really an interesting woman. Well, then come on, join up and sit, grab a drink, and I don't mean alcohol now. No, just, you know, come on and join me. And we're always talking about dolls. Leave me questions. I'll see if I can answer them. I don't know. We'll see what I can do. But yeah, if you have something you want to ask, I'm more than willing to answer your questions if I can find an answer for you. Sometimes I'm in limbo. I don't know, either. I can only tell you what I know. But anyways, thank you for joining me, and a lot more to come. Bye-bye.